thank you for joining me here this afternoon. The time is currently 5:16 p.m. Central, and you have a live look at a PDS severe thunderstorm warning. This storm is capable of producing 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds and hail up to ping-pong ball size. If you're included in this severe thunderstorm warning, move indoors immediately on the lowest floor of a building, away from windows, in an interior room, alright? Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged. Expect considerable damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Extensive tree damage and power outages are likely, alright? Again, this is a destructive storm for Finney and northern Gray counties, okay? So that's not the only one, alright? It's not even close to the only one. We have so many PDS severe thunderstorm warnings right now. We have another one up here that's closer to the Ellsworth area, alright? Off to the north of Ellsworth, kind of in between Ellsworth and Lincoln here, alright? Lincoln, you're included in this. We have a storm capable of producing 80-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts and lime-sized hail, and this storm did also produce a tornado, alright? It was dust being picked up, but I believe it was rain wrapped, so apparently a train spotter reported a tornado south of Lincoln with this storm. That was actually only about 31 minutes ago. Okay, so again, you need to seek shelter now. That is a very dangerous, life-threatening storm. Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's for parts of Kansas, Saline, Ellsworth counties. Lime-sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. Take cover now. Brookville, get to shelter. Smoland, get to shelter. Salina, however you pronounce it, get to shelter now, right? We have so many PDS severe thunderstorm warnings, but actually the main cluster is down here, right? These are getting stronger by the second. Last stream, they were just typical, ordinary severe thunderstorms. Now they're destructive storms. By the end of this stream, we could literally have 90 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts being produced by these. I mean, we have some massive pockets of winds. Hopefully this one does not knock out the Dodge City radar site, because it's coming dangerously close to it. If we kind of take a look at the radar loop, I mean, we can see it is just coming into Dodge City. So if you're in Dodge City, take cover now. This storm is producing wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour, and it is coming in. Dodge City, you do not have much time. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that because you need to get to shelter. Lowest floor of a building, away from windows, interior room. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate, because those are some very damaging, destructive winds even. I'm going to go ahead and pull up screen chat here, so if anybody has any questions about their location, feel free to leave those down below. I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly. But yeah, things are popping off now, guys. It's getting bad out here. In parts of Kansas. In addition to that, we do have another cluster of storms here across parts of northwestern Oklahoma. The NAM 3KM has been hinting at this storm here for a while, and it was painting with a pretty high-end tornado threat, because it's in a pretty discrete environment, and it is rotating a little bit, so we'll have to watch it as it heads up here off to areas to the south of Arnett, for sure. If you're in Arnett, move indoors immediately. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. But again, guys, our main threats are going to be our destructive storms. We got some for 80-mile-per-hour winds, but also, I haven't even mentioned this yet. I believe, yeah, we have one up here that is for baseball-sized hail in Oklahoma. This is actually for the storm we just mentioned. So baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible with this storm here, so take cover now. Again, guys, we got a huge severe weather outbreak ongoing. We got a derecho ongoing even. Or what will likely turn into a derecho eventually. If we take a look at the Detroit cam even, we can see it is just so ominous out there today. We've got another cluster of severe storms up here near Detroit. This is looking straight off towards them. Or sorry, no, this is looking off to the southwest. So it's actually looking at kind of the opposite direction of them. It's looking at this cluster down, storms down here, closer to downtown Detroit. Yeah, we might see a tornado warning. We've already had several tornadoes today. We're already at a tornado outbreak, actually, I believe, which is pretty crazy. But we do not have any currently. There was one right before I started the stream, like literally a minute before. So anyway, Norman, Oklahoma, there's 90 degrees right now, and they've also got dew points that are sitting in the 70s. We'll bring that up in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen with the Detroit cam. And then finally, we'll also bring up Burlington, Kansas there. Look at that sky. Wow. Very weird clouds. Very interesting indeed. So back over here to our cluster of storms approaching Dodge City. Again, these are going to pack a punch. They are going to bring the threat for wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Take cover now. Dodge City, downtown Dodge City, South Dodge. Take shelter immediately. They were a little more intense earlier, rather. They're starting to lose a little bit of steam, but still pretty intense, and they could redevelop. They could just be in a recycling stage, if anything, so you got to look out for that and take that seriously there. Looks like we got some kind of rotation. Very weak at the minute, but it is there southeast of Ravenna trying to form something there at least some damaging wind threat. Alright, so back down here to our cluster of storms in northwestern Oklahoma. Again, they've got a little bit of rotation, but it's not enough to do anything at the minute. But I did notice they did slap the tornado possible tag on this storm. Or wait, no, they didn't. I'm just dumb. Okay, that's nice. Which one had the tornado possible tag? I swear I saw one. Yeah, there it is. It's the one up here in Kansas. For a storm that previously produced a tornado south of Lincoln. It's produced so many tornadoes. It's produced like 4 different tornadoes, guys. Again, I do believe we are at a tornado outbreak at this point. I believe we've had about 6 tornadoes, which is the threshold you gotta get to have it be considered a tornado outbreak, and that is what we are at right now, so... Again, the big event is this cluster of storms down here in western Kansas. These are gonna sweep through central and western Kansas here. Maybe make it towards eastern Kansas, but they're definitely at least gonna have lost some steam by the time they make it to eastern Kansas. Like the Kansas City area will not be nearly as intense. Same thing with Topeka. But right now near Dodge City, looking very intense once again. Producing wind gusts, damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Originally it was 80 miles per hour, but that tag's now gone. It's been gone for a little bit, actually, I think. Again, we still have 2 destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. We have like a ton of considerable ones. Most of the ones we have in effect are considerable. My goodness. 2 more severe thunderstorm warnings. One's in Florida, one's in Nebraska. In the Lincoln area, you should be moving indoors and away from windows immediately. This storm's capable of producing ping-pong ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. I know you guys already got hit this morning, it looks like, by some damaging winds in the early morning hours. We had a large tree branch down, rather. Actually, I already looked at this today, I forgot. Not on a stream, but I saw that today. And again, our storm down here in southeast Florida. Alright, I mean... We're looking at a severe weather outbreak right now, guys, in southeast Florida. The only reason we're not focusing, like, hyperactively on it is because of our massive situation up in Kansas right now. But, I mean, these are some intense storms, so if you're in this area, again, move indoors and away from windows immediately in that severe thunderstorm warning. And now we have another one for parts of Iowa, Keokuk and Iowa counties. It's an extension there. This storm is basically, or at least it was stationary. It says it's moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hasn't moved much since we talked about it last stream. But now Williamsburg, make sure you are moving indoors immediately. 1-inch in diameter hail, that being quarter-sized hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds could be associated with those storms there. Back down here to Dodge City. Let's hope the radar site didn't get knocked out. We did just get a new radar scan. So it's actually looking like it did not get knocked out. But holy cow, guys, these winds are intensifying fast. Guys, this is bad. Again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now if you're in this area. Again, it's not a tornado, but these destructive winds are tornado force winds for sure. At least low-end tornado force winds. Kind of looks like they did recycle, like I was talking about, after they passed the radar site there. Also, this looks concerning. Southeast of Will Roads Gardens. Saw a lightning strike there on the Detroit cam. Southwest of Will Roads, we've had an area rotation that's been developing. It was originally just a pocket of high winds, but over the past few scans, it's turned into some rotation here as it heads up towards Will Roads. Again, Will Roads, you should be in your safe spot anyway because of these damaging winds, but now we're talking about a possible tornado. That may get tornado warned. Or at least they'll throw the tornado possible tag on that severe thunderstorm warning, probably. New severe thunderstorm warning is in South Dakota, by the way. It's going to be in effect for over an hour for areas like Manderson. Move indoors immediately. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds are associated with that storm, potentially. Got another new reflectivity scan. Okay, so the radar site is not knocked out. That's good. It's actually pretty impressive that it survived that. Holy cow, guys. We're up to 20 severe thunderstorm warnings. Things are popping off. I think the new one's in Kansas. Whoa, okay. Yeah, guys, this is big. This is really big. This is really bad. Huge pocket of high winds here. Just moved through Dodge City, through Fort Dodge. Probably going to see quite a bit of damage out of eastern Dodge City. And now this is going to continue to head east-northeast, getting even more intense, it looks like, here. Again, this just tore through Dodge City, unfortunately. And now, actually, it looks like it's been intense for a while, more than I gave it credit for, anyway. Now it's kind of looking like this is going to head off towards areas like Spearville, Bellefonte, Ophirl, and Windhorst, Kansas. Areas along Highway 5056. So again, please get to your tornado safe spot right now, as these are tornado force winds approaching you that just ripped through Dodge City. And again, very scattered cluster there. It's not just like it's isolated down to one spot. It's pretty widespread in that area, most likely. Alrighty, Roo. Again, we are also watching this area rotation here near Will Roads as it continues. I mean, it's trying to do something. New severe thunderstorm warning that puts us up to 21. Wow. It's in Michigan. By the way, we are down to one destructive severe thunderstorm warning. The only one left is this one for 80-mile-per-hour winds up here closer to Lincoln. So again, stay in your tornado safe spot there. This storm down here in Oklahoma is no longer producing the baseball-sized hail. It's still at golf ball size, though, and 70-mile-per-hour winds, so continue to stay in your tornado safe spot. Still a very intense storm there, most likely. Let's see here. Let's go back up here towards Lincoln. Oh my gosh, 22. None of them are even expiring. These are just new severe warnings. It's not like it's an extension or anything. Most of these are just new. Alrighty, Roo. Oh my goodness, guys. I mean, these winds are just absolutely hammering right now. I mean, we're talking about gusts over 100 miles per hour, half a degree into the atmosphere out of these storms. Again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now. If you're in Spearville, Windhorst, Bellefonte, and Ophirl. Right now, you need to get your tornado safe spot. And again, this area rotation is looking even more nasty now. Again, I cannot stress enough, please be taking cover up here. Huge pocket of damaging to destructive winds here. Oh my gosh. 23. No, this 4 expired. We're at 19. I don't even know where it's at. It's not popping up at the bottom of the list like it's supposed to. Dude, oh my gosh. These winds are just absolutely ripping through here. We may get an upgrade on this storm to 80-mile-per-hour winds. I'm going to be honest. And it may also get the tornado possible tag if the National Weather Service is seeing this area of rotation here. Because again, it's trying to do something. Just crossed past Highway 400. It's moving pretty rapidly, actually. Just swept through Will Roads. And now it's going to be heading for areas along 126 towards Windhorst. Eventually out towards Hodges if it continues that long, but it probably won't, considering it hasn't done anything yet. Like, it hasn't made the next move to a tornado formation. It's still kind of just the same. I mean, they're doing radar updates like every minute here. Very frequent radar updates because of the severity of this situation. So again, please take that seriously. Note that. And take shelter here. Looks to be a little bit of rotation here. Quite a bit of rotation, actually, on our storm near Tescott still. Again, hard to tell, though, because of our distance from the radar zone. Or the radar site, rather. Our storm up here in Lincoln's rotating a little bit, but it's not nearly enough to produce a tornado. I don't think this one's hardly rotating at all, either. I think it's only because we're so far away from the radar site it looks like that. But, yeah. But all the radar sites in that area are painting something there near Glendale. Okay, it's not actually that intense, but it's something, to say the least. To say the very least. Again, guys, this is kind of where the derecho starts, I think. I feel like this is kind of where it's going to start. It's got to travel, what, 240 miles? Or 230. It's 240. I don't even know why I questioned that. I think it can do it, guys. I think we're going to end up with a derecho out of this. Let's see here. Let's go back to some of our storms across the Midwest while we're waiting for our next radar scans. But of course, as soon as I say that, one comes in. Let's see here.